Not yet. Whenever you're ready.
All right, the time is 4 p.m. This meeting of the City of Frostburg Mayor and Council is called to order. We'll have the roll, please, Mr. Brown.
Mayor Lawson.
Present.
Commissioner Carter.
Here.
Commissioner Forsyth.
Here.
Commissioner Green. And Commissioner Ritchie.
Here. All right, moving on into the agenda. Item 3 on the agenda is a special presentation by Mr. McCarthy.
Thank you, everybody, for having me here today. I'm super excited to talk about this with the city because I think it's extremely important, not just to the city, but to the residents that live in Frostburg. This program was really pushed pretty hard by the current governor. I think they pushed about $17 million just to start into some of these community solar projects with a huge emphasis on what's considered to be low to moderate income. So Pat and Nina, we went through exactly how the program would work for the residents, who automatically qualifies. There's a couple things that would either get the residents to be able to save 10 or 25%. Just to kind of keep it simple, the state of Maryland, with the low to moderate income program, uses what's called an environmental score map. And there's this section here in the blue automatically qualifies anybody in the city for the 25% discount regardless of what their income is. Because that map, and Nina and Pat and I we honestly had kind of a hard time understanding how they come up with this. We were trying to figure, hey, does the university throw off the income in this section, or does Main Street? But this is the data that we have to use. However, the residents that are in this purple area would still qualify for the 25% discount if they sign the state attestation document, which there is no one is asking them to pull up their W-2s or anything like that. But there's a household requirement that should have been, it's on the back side of this map. So, household occupancy, 1 person, 2 people. If they're making under that, they can just sign that document and they would get a 25% discount. If they don't, they would get a 10. But if they also have any type of current LIHEAP, which is like energy assistance on their electric bill, if they receive SNAP benefits, Medicaid, they're a part of the National School Lunch Program, they would also qualify too. And I'm just speaking about this purple area. This area, regardless of whatever your income is, you would automatically qualify for the 25% discount.
And same with the green area, it's an automatic 10%, right? But could qualify for.
Are you talking about this top one?
Yep.
Well, this would also, I'm sorry, yeah, this would also be eligible for the 25% as well if they did the attestation document.
So everybody in the city would be eligible for 10%. If you're in the purple area, you're automatically 25.
Well, if you're in the,
Oh, I'm sorry, in the
Yeah.
Blue area.
these colors are not the best, 'cause
No,
they're
they're
pretty
not.
close to each other, so.
And then if you're in the 10% zones, you can be eligible for the 25 if you meet some standards and submit paperwork for it.
I did some basic, I like conservative math, every city likes conservative, so I figured, I hope this is accurate. We think there's about 2,670 houses in the city.
That's a pretty good
Okay.
guess. Yeah.
So I kind of just cut this in half and said half is 1335 over here, 1335 in the other areas. So using $1,200 a year that people pay for electric, which I think is actually pretty low, we figure the entire that half of the city spends $1.6 million a year in electricity, and the other half spends about 1.6. So if this area automatically got 25%, that would be $400,000 a year in savings. And we're pretending that no one qualified in the northern area, which is not true. That would be $160,000. So our estimated low would be the city residents would save $560,700 a year, and then if everybody qualified, the city would be looking at $801,000 a year for all the residents.
And this 800,000, this is going, this doesn't.
This
money
just comes
to
right
town.
off their bill.
It just goes right back to the residents. Got it.
Yep.
So what, and I know you already said this, I've just been trying to wrap my head around it. So the blue area that's on the east end of town is the automatic 25, you don't have to
Yeah.
do anything, whatever.
Yep.
The purple area,
Includes you.
yeah, the purple area and the green area are both an automatic 10, but you can get 25 if you fill out that form. So what
Correct.
ostensibly then is the difference between the purple and the green area?
Nina,
Underburdened or
overpopulated.
not overpopulated.
Underserved.
Underserved or overburdened, sorry.
Yeah.
And so this is done based off of a pollution map, so it has to do more with, I think, industry and things like that. It's not necessarily based off of like income or anything. The
Things
income
have to
is
do
what
like
can-
health.
Yeah, so it has to do with
Sure.
asthma statistics. and
But as
things
far
like
as receiving the credit, there is no difference between if you live in the purple or the green area. They're
Right,
treated the same
right,
for this
right.
purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just the way they did the census
that. Yeah,
tract.
the blue is underburdened and underserved.
Got it.
I think the purple
Overburdened
or
and
overburdened.
underserved.
Yeah. I think the purple's overburdened.
Tongue
and the
twisters.
green is,
Yeah.
Underserved.
Got it.
But, that's a conservative outlook. I think most people are paying more than $100 a month for electricity, So I like to be very conservative. This is like worst case scenario. The residents would save $560K if this half gets 25% and then this half gets only 10, and that's based off of them spending $1,200 a year on electricity. So I think the estimated low is probably going to end up actually being about 800 grand, opposed to the estimated low being 560. But yeah.
And when we say that people are automatically eligible, it means that they're automatically eligible, but you do have to sign up for it. You don't
Yeah.
automatically get the discount. So this is something we would have to market to individuals to take advantage of.
Got it.
Yeah, and it's up to them to actually sign up. The city's not gonna sign them up.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So we were thinking to go through the sewer bill and put information,
We call it the water
the
bill.
water bill. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It sounds better.
we can do that.
Okay.
We can add something to the website. We can add a statement on the water bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of our social
Along
media
with
stuff.
Yeah, along with the website, QR code, so forth.
This would be a very easy way for all the residents to be able to, put found money back into their pocket without
Absolutely.
having to really do anything,
We will make sure that this gets out on all the cities, on the website, on all the
Okay.
social media stuff. I do a bi-weekly radio report at FSU, which I need to actually go do tomorrow. I'll make sure that it gets out on there. We'll put the statement in the water bill, everything we can do.
Okay.
Do you want to talk just a quick second about timing of the two different rates and?
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
I think if someone gets on the 10% program, they'll probably start saving before the end of the year, or maybe it just depends on when that next project turns on, but probably closer to around Christmas time. If it could be earlier, that would be great, but I'd rather be a little bit, because all these credits are tied to physical projects that we're building, and they can't get a credit until that project gets turned
It's
on.
online, yeah.
So, these would be going on to our Pivot projects, the same projects that the city's going on. And Pivot also just did a $400,000 donation to the Sustainable,
Sustainable Maryland?
it's in Allegheny County. Oh, Garrett County. It's in Garrett County's Sustainable Futures program. I could send you guys a press release for that too. So they're investing into this part of the state as well too, which I think is pretty cool.
Because their projects are in Garrett County, so.
Yeah, building projects around here is kind of tough because of the way that the land is and stuff like that, and you got a little bit more flatter ground over by Oakland, so that's kind of like the solar farm mecca. As far as like between Allegheny and Garrett County, there's a couple that are being built like Grantsville. I think there's maybe one close to Accident, but you're gonna see most of them be developed from.
Around Oakland.
Yeah. that
Now, are
whole
you guys
section.
involved out in the east end of Allegheny County, like in the
Flintstone.
Flintstone and Old Town area? Because there's a lot of solar stuff popping out there.
Yeah, we're
Involved down
doing
there, too.
stuff all the way over to Delaware
Oh, okay.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing we're getting Ocean City on the same program
Ah.
that Frostburg's on. We're working with Frederick right now. They're moving forward, so it's Annapolis is already on the program. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
So the 25% rate would be closer to probably March. That they would start giving
Yeah, it's a
savings
little
to
bit further out. You know, we're looking at March 2027, but it could be not. They might not get the credits until May because sometimes there's a little bit of a delay.
Sure.
Especially when you're coming out of construction, building stuff through the winter. I mean, it's not abnormal to get like another 1-2 month delay. It is what it is. You know, the ground doesn't freeze around here as bad as it does like a little bit up north because you're doing pile driving with the metal and stuff like that. So, and that.
We know all about getting a late snow in the second week of April that you weren't expecting and kind of throws up.
And then Potomac Edison, like we might be waiting, we might have everything that we need done, and they might not come out for 4 weeks to just literally flip a switch. But we can't do anything until that's called permission to operate. So you'll have your final building and electrical inspection from Oakland or the county, good to go. You have your interconnection from the utility, but the utility needs to come out and throw the final switch, and then you're operational. And the utilities are not the fastest in the world, you know.
It's not their priority.
But I mean, at least you know none of the residents are like writing a check for anything or waiting for a payback. You know, they're
So the only thing a customer has to do then to sign up, they just have to fill this form out and send it in, essentially.
Yep.
Is it something that can be done online or it has to be hard
Yeah.
copy?
Gordon from our company is doing a landing page for Frostburg, but we also have fax too. If people have fax machines, and I know some people are old school. I still get farmers asking me if we have a fax, and we do. We have it for the farmers pretty much. They're the ones who are using the fax machines.
If it works.
Yeah, no, I don't meet any other business owners besides the farmers who ask for a fax number.
That makes
Cool.
sense.
You know.
And businesses will be eligible for the 10% as well.
Yeah, I had a call with the Public Service Commission this week with Phil Vanderhayden, and he said no to the businesses getting 25%, even if they're in the area. It's intended for residents. I try to argue and like, well, like, what if they're in blah, blah, or you know, he's like, they're trying to say it's not right for a business to gobble up the 25% discount because it's taking away that potential credit for a resident. That's the way that they're looking at it.
So then how do they determine business versus, does it go by zoning? Does it go by,
You
Because if
could
something's-
technically you
Has-
could have a business and it could be in your name and it would qualify for the 25%.
so it's just the name on the account?
Pretty
It has
much,
to do
yeah,
with
so-
the meter,
Huh?
doesn't it? Doesn't it have to do with the meter?
So
It's more to do with the name on the bill, because I had this argument with the PSC because I'm trying to get the farmers the LMI discount too, and if the farmer has it, you know, Frostburg Avenue Farm LLC, they're gonna say like, what income are you attesting to? How do we know what money you're getting paid from the LLC? And I'm like, geez, these guys thought of everything. I'm like, because I thought, you know, because I'm trying to, hey, if I could give this to small business and stuff and we're following all the rules, that's great. He pretty much said no. So, yeah. But
That makes sense.
They would all qualify for 10. But like I said, if the name of the bill is in their person, they would consider that to be residential.
Okay.
Even though the front could say, you know, Mary's Coffee Shop.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was more concerned about, you know, some of like the storefront buildings on Main Street that has retail, that's zoned in a commercial area, but it has apartments on the second and third floor.
Those would all
They
qualify
would all
for the
qualify,
LMI for
okay.
the 25%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our church did meet with one of your reps, and
With
the
Scott.
church is considered a business,
Uh,
commercial, so
yeah.
the church only gets 10%, even though our income was so low.
Yeah.
one of the other things that would be a little complicated is for landlords that don't have tenants pay electricity, it's part of their bill. The landlord would probably potentially get the 10%, but not necessarily pass it on to the consumer, to the residents or things like that. So,
Yeah, I mean, there's not much we can do about that. But.
Yeah, it's the rules.
All right, so you just need us to put this out there and
Yep.
tell everybody to sign up.
Yep.
We can certainly do that.
Is the landing page officially up?
I bet it will be by Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna test it on Thursday. I'm gonna be the first one to sign up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm in the blue zone.
Yeah,
so-
you are, yeah.
No, I think they have like a little purple circle around your
Oh,
house.
shit.
No,
I wanna know why 4 of the commissioners are in the blue zone and 1's on.
I'm not.
Yeah, she's not.
I'm in the green
She's
zone.
all the green. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, these maps are probably not completely. It's funny because like you'll have one side of the road that is, and then the other side that isn't.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wonder what they base, yeah.
The districting around here is limited when it comes to sides of Main Street.
Yeah.
Things like that. Let me know when it's officially up and running, and we'll start promoting it after.
okay.
Okay.
And we printed the bills today, so it'll have to be on next month.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What, did everyone get free water? No.
Yeah. That's
Well,
another discussion.
Hey, they get a bill with free money inside of their bill. That's good.
Yep.
You know, because I know that everybody's looking. I mean, these are kind of hard times for people right now. I mean, gas prices are crazy. Electric rates have gone up 1/3 since COVID. I mean, people are trying to figure out. These savings can equal like new tires on people's vehicles.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what we've been with the housing authorities. We're telling people for someone who's like $1,200 a year, the savings for the 20 to 25% range equals 2 comfortable, supportive shoes per year, a new mattress, 4 new tires on your vehicle, and that's just based off of someone spending $1,200. But like I said, I think that's very highly unlikely that the average is $1,200. That's a conservative number. So
1,200 wouldn't even get me through the winter.
maybe back in 1988 with the electric rates then, but not today.
And coal furnaces.
All right.
I appreciate everyone's time.
No, we appreciate
Thank
you
you.
reaching out to us for this. This
Yeah.
is certainly a good thing. This is going to work out well for everybody.
You're a real hustler, aren't you? You really hustle.
I mean, my job at the end of the day is to, like, if you're in any type of sales, is to, and if you're good and care about what you do, is you're supposed to make sure that what you're doing goes to people who can use it and need it the most, and I think that's what we would be accomplishing here, and we would be doing it on a bigger scale. So
Yeah, absolutely.
someone's gonna take all the credits anyways, so you might as well kind of hoard as many as you can to Frostburg. So and then that money that people are saving, I'm not sure if you'll see it, because the money just goes to somewhere else, but that's money that could be spent on other stuff in town or whatever. I mean,
Well, I'm
800.
glad you went to that housing authority first, because, I mean, we really would like the low-income households to take advantage of
Right,
this.
absolutely.
The housing authority got 75% just for the housing authority because they
That's
got on
great.
that special crazy deal with Ashley Lane over there. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, good for
They
them.
got 7. It sounds like a fictitious thing, but they really
That's
did.
fantastic.
So,
That's-
yeah, she was pretty excited. I mean, that saved them $7,000-8,000 a year for doing nothing.
And it makes such a huge difference to the
Yeah,
population.
yeah.
Yeah. I
All
appreciate
right.
your time.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome to
I
stay for the
appreciate
rest
it.
of the meeting, but I don't think you want to.
Yeah.
I gotta drive to Syracuse and then drive back here right after.
See what I mean? I
so.
said you're a hustler. You're like all
Yeah.
over the place.
Well,
Large
I
swath.
appreciate everyone's time. I mean, and the other thing is, if we can get a good amount of people onto the program in the city, I mean, we're totally open to, making some donations for some playgrounds or whatever, like the city is looking
Oh,
for
wow.
too. That's,
Okay.
we're not blood-sucking leeches. That's the word. We like to get back, that's like
We do
important.
appreciate
So if,
people
if
who are
there's
not
like a
blood-sucking
playground or something that we could kind of, we do that for some school districts too. Like
Okay.
some places will ask us if the school, and then if you guys have like any maybe sponsorships for like a little kids like t-ball team or something like that, we're totally down with participating
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we do that quite often.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys, you have a good day.
Thanks, sir, appreciate your time.
Bye.
Bring that to Brian's attention.
Yeah. All right, moving on, we are in new business. Don't normally like to do resolutions during work session, but this one kind of couldn't wait until next week. So this is Resolution 2026-18, Mr. Lindsay.
Yeah, so I think everybody on the council would have been here. Apart from, I don't know if you were here for the last one, Todd. But this is the Tradition Energy collective bargaining agreement that we've done with Allegheny County, Cumberland, and LaVale. Of course, we are up again for the next one. What Tradition has proposed and what Allegheny County, myself, and LaVale all looked at was a 3-year term, all-inclusive rate to lock us in for all of our city electricity accounts, basically. The reason we asked for 3 years and the reason Tradition was okay with us doing 3 years is because we anticipate prices just continuing to go up each
Yeah.
year for the next 3 years. So if we could lock it in now, we think it's worth it. So Tradition went and they just sent me the final contract today from Freepoint Energy. And that number that's on your sheet is slightly incorrect. It just came in an hour ago at 0.1095 per kilowatt.
Just keep going up
Yeah.
fast.
So the reason they do the energy basically auctions every single month, and for us to be able to lock in rates at this number, they want to. I think the date was supposed to
Next
be
Friday.
Yes. So they asked us if we could have it approved before Friday. If not, we kick it another month and we see if rates change.
So far, they've gone up 3 times
in the last, yeah. So I will say Allegheny County approved the contract last Tuesday at their county meeting, and LaVale approved it, I believe, Thursday within their group.
Does everybody have to, like Midland, Barton, they all have to?
Just the groups in the coalition. Right now, it's us, Allegheny County, and LaVale. Cumberland actually is doing their own thing right now, but they're actually asking us to come back in on the next one.
They're part of the cooperative.
Not with this anymore.
Oh.
Now it's just us, LaVale, and Allegheny County.
Oh.
Yeah. So now they might work out a separate thing where they're under the county, but the people who are signing it would be us,
Okay,
Jason
all right.
Bennett, and
So what were the last ones who still need to?
yeah, we're the last ones.
Who does it? Is it LaVale Sanitary Commission or who does it for
LaVale Sanitary.
LaVale Sanitary.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So Dave White would be there,
Okay.
Signor. Yeah, like I said, I think it's wise to do it now because rates just keep getting crazier and crazier.
So the contract expires this week and it has to be done by. What's the current rate that we're under with the old contract? You know,
Shoot.
I mean it's fine.
8 cents, 8.72, I think,
Yes.
or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is about 15% more than.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But we're hoping that
Oh, it's rich.
in 3 years, it's
Pass
definitely.
that, Patrick. It's rich. Go ahead.
No, that was it. If there were any questions, we could talk
Yeah,
about
lock
it.
it in.
If we're good with it. You know, I know it kind of came out of left field for us, but like I said, we had the meeting 2 weeks ago, and then got stuff signed off last week from the other groups, and then I told them, hey, as soon as I can get it in front of council would be today, so it at least has to wait until today/tomorrow.
Okay.
But I mean, if you guys are good with it. then
So the rate that we're locking in is 10.95, and that's
Yeah.
still going to be the rate
in
when
3
we
years.
sign it. Or, I mean, it's
Oh,
still going to
yes,
be rate on
yes.
Friday when we sign it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.95.
Yep. I have the official contract in my email.
Got it. Okay.
That's the SOS.
Correct.
On that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that means we resolution now.
Yes.
Okay. So then I would ask for a motion and a second on resolution 2026-18, unless there are questions.
I move we approve resolution 2026-18.
Second.
Duly moved and seconded to approve resolution 2026-18
With the change in the rate to,
with the
The 9.5.
with the
With the
amendment
amended rate.
with the amendment to 10.95 in the final section.
The only account of ours that they won't honor is actually Pawnee Reservoir because it's considered residential, but they think that we'll be able to actually get it put under our stuff anyway,
Okay.
in case that comes up.
Got it. So the motion is to approve resolution 2026-18 with amended language to reflect the rate of 10.95. Is there anything further among council on this? Anything among the public on this before we vote? Hearing nothing, as many as are in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Resolution 2026-18 is approved, and that contract will be executed by the end of the week.
Awesome. Thank you. I got around to that.
Okay. All right, that concludes new business. So we'll move on then to item 5 on the agenda, which is council topics. The 3 ordinances. We'll start with ordinance number 3.
So, ordinance number 3 is our bond ordinance. For all 3 of these ordinances, we'll have the public hearing at the upcoming meeting. These are mainly here to just see if anybody has any additional questions. Remind everybody that we'll be working on that for the upcoming.
Okay. And the 6 million is the cap, right? It's a maximum of 6 million. It's not guaranteed that we're going to issue all 6 million.
Yes, it'll be as we need it.
Right, up to that cap.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Anything further on council on that? So that'll be second reading and potential final approval, public hearing, all that'll happen next week.
And we are still waiting to hear about closing, but hopefully, still hoping before July, but if not, it should be shortly after.
Okay. All right, next is item 5B, ordinance number 4. This is the
Smoke detectors.
fire safety ordinance, yes.
You scroll that down, Patrick.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
This is just the smoke detector ordinance clarifying the interconnection of smoke detectors on adjoining units.
Has there been anything else from anybody on this?
We've
Anybody
had
in
0
public or-
comments.
Okay.
I believe a gentleman come in today and talked to Jay, but I wasn't. Rob Thompson, is that right?
Yeah, I talked to Jay last week too. I just want to bring it up and maybe it's something we just kind of put out there that I was laying in bed one night thinking that if we do these, the wireless ones, you are going to have to replace every smoke detector in your unit or building or whatever, because if the hardwired ones are already in there and you put a wireless one in the bedroom, they're not going to talk to each other unless you have the wireless one. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You're gonna have, yeah. So right now, we're required, to have a hardwired one on each level, outside of the bedrooms. We're talking that we're gonna have to put a wire, you can put a wireless one in the bedrooms, but you're gonna have to replace all the other ones with wireless ones also. So they talk to each other.
Didn't they have a hardwire radio frequency that would talk to the wireless ones?
Well,
You
but
still have to replace it.
You still have to replace
Yes,
it, yeah, that's what I'm
absolutely.
saying, yes.
But you could do it with a hardwired one.
It would, yeah, you could potentially just do it once. Okay.
Now, to give you a little snapshot, Jay gave me a little brief idea what the guy was talking about today. His concern was the length of time the radio frequency smoke detectors have been around and the research on them. I believe Jay said that it's not on, we're just throwing out options. We're not recommending what you buy. We're not like,
Saying you have to get this
yeah,
particular.
this is what is acceptable. We're not telling you what style, what brand,
Yeah.
SBUL listed, stuff like that. And if, I didn't know you talked to Jay about that, we have been a little hectic, but, so that's the only 2.
Yeah, I just
today,
think
and
that's
just
something that we really need to, that if you decide to go with that route, you are going to have to replace everyone in your unit.
So we had discussed last time too about a grace period, I guess, for lack of a better word, for compliance on this.
Yeah, Patrick and I spoke about it briefly when we want to talk about it today to see what the grace period suggestion would be, because there's no language anywhere for that.
And we were considering January 1, so to give everybody for the rest of the year, if you thought that would be good enough. But that would really be up to council in the end.
I mean, so say somebody, you get inspections every 3 years. So say somebody got inspected last year and got approved. They're really not due for inspection for 2 more years.
Jay's not approving the inspection, it's all, some of the inspections is all hanging,
I understand that, but I mean,
but everybody else will not, if they passed previously, that already had the smoke detectors in there.
that's what
Anything-
I get that. So well, like Jay took over inspections July 1st last year. So if somebody got inspected in June last year before we were doing it, they're good for 3 more years.
Correct.
So they would still be required to be up to date by whatever the grace period time is. If they don't, we may not catch them until we go to do another
Correct.
inspection. But if somebody were to complain about it, if we had
I
a
see.
reason to go in, at that point
Yeah.
we would. So,
Yeah, good point, yeah.
Okay.
and they wouldn't have much grace.
On our
period anymore
scheduling
because
system,
it was over, so.
no. But if somebody brought it in, yes.
I see. So we're not gonna actively go pursue them, but if there was a complaint, then we would. Okay. Okay.
You know, we would have to knock out basically every inspection in a year, which is,
Impossible.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the carbon monoxide is a state law.
Right.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're pretty
Yeah,
set
we-
on that. I
yeah.
think we're-
And we did send this to the chief too, just as a,
Yeah, we have had nothing from anybody over there, so.
Okay.
And we've invited them
Yeah.
last month and
Yeah.
to this one, so.
I'm sure the new chief is aware of it, and I'll talk to him tonight when I see him. But I'm sure he's aware of it, and if he had any issues, he would have sent them in. Okay. Anything else on that?
So the grace period doesn't have to go into the ordinance, it's,
no, I think it's something that we were gonna.
We just,
That's just going to be in house.
yeah, we just need to know a recommendation, what you think along those lines, what you want to do.
Jan 1?
Donnie, you're in that. I mean, what do you think? What should a grace period be for, you know?
I don't know, I mean, for somebody that has 1 or 2 apartments, it's probably not a big deal. For somebody that has 50, you know, that might be
So should we go by that
might be
route?
pushing it.
If somebody's over a number, we should give them more time?
I mean,
Just maybe give everybody a year to.
I think everybody, whatever it is, I think needs to be the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
If you have one apartment or 100, they all
Yeah.
still.
Do you want to go, what's the next meeting, the 19th, go a year?
A year?
Just say July 1st of next year or
Yeah,
something.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do 12 months.
Along with the fiscal year.
And we'll start promoting it so people know about it, and when Jay does inspections, he'll be letting them know about it and telling them that they can reach back out so he can come check it off, you know, once it's done, but they'll have, by July, he'll have to, if he's done.
Yeah,
the
and of course,
inspection.
yeah, if they get it done in the meantime, he can go
Yeah,
update
you can
the.
sign off before then.
Yeah.
The hope would be, you know, after about 6 months, the inspections he starts doing, this is already in place, most people have caught on, and it's not as big of a deal.
All right, anything else on ordinance number 4 before we move on? Okay, next is item C, ordinance number 5. This is the budget.
Nothing has really changed since we last looked at the budget. So I did want to call to your attention on our fee schedule, we missed removing the sprinkler rebate language. So that has since been removed. So that is one change.
Okay.
And I think I mentioned this at the council meeting last month. Fleet lease has been changed for the police department to just extend the 4 leases that we currently have and add 1 new one instead of 8 new ones.
Got it.
What else?
We made that an 8-year lease instead of 5, is that right?
We're year to year now, but we're expecting 8 would be
Oh,
what.
8's what,
makes
8 is the
sense,
goal.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what else. I think everything else is the same. One thing I did want to mention, and I gave you a handout. Where's mine? We did propose a 19% increase in the water rates. And we've gotten a little bit of feedback regarding that, some concerned citizens. So, if you look at the handout I gave you, what I did was I calculated the current bill for 3 different consumptions, low, medium, and high. Low being 750 gallons, medium being 4,000, which we would think is about your average household, and then high at 15,000. And the difference for a low consumption household is about 88 cents per month. The difference for the medium consumption household is $4.72 per month. And the high consumption, which would be about 15,000 gallons per month, the increase would be $17.70. So everyone kind of is taken aback by a 19% increase, but it's really not that much because it's only the water.
And I think that that's incumbent on us that we need to
We need to promote
clarify that it's
Yeah.
not all of the, it's not the sewer rate and all the surcharges, whatever, it's
Right.
just the consumption rates. I mean,
Yep.
19% is a pretty big bite, but
but I mean, if it equates to less than $5, it's not that,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
How many houses out there use less than 1,000 gallons a month?
Not many, but that's just what we started with.
I think we're pretty close to that in our household.
But anyway, I did want to make sure that you guys were aware that the 19% sounds huge, but it's not, I don't think, as big a deal as it comes across initially.
More broadly, we talked about the difference between 19 and at one point we talked about 27 and those types of things. The difference for that medium size between 19 and 27% is $4.72 and $6.72. So it's only about $2 of a difference had we gone to the high end of things. So, the percentage for the water rate doesn't impact the bill as much as some of the fees do and things like that. So.
Yeah. So, other than that, my notes here are pretty much all the same from last time.
Okay.
If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. If you have any questions between now and next week, I'm happy to answer them.
I don't think there were any significant changes or amendments that were proposed from last month. I mean, I came to you with a couple of discussion items, but nothing that we changed significantly. I don't know if any of the other council members did. Okay. All right,
Easy peasy.
so same thing, that'll be public hearing and discussion, second reading and vote next week. Anything else on that? Okay, item 5D, this is the lease agreement for the food pantry.
Yes, so we have everything approved by city attorney and the Foundation for Frostburg. So we will be moving forward with signing the lease agreement. We did talk to them originally, we were gonna do June 1. We were gonna go up to July 1. We are finishing up some HVAC things and some little things at the pantry. They need a little bit more time to get out of the pantry as well, so it makes more sense to do July 1. But other than that, the language that was in there last time is almost identical. We changed some contact information and the dates.
Okay.
Okay.
And they are working on signing it, and I should have a signed copy for us by the time we get to the meeting. So.
Got it. All right, anything else on that? If we could back up to the ordinance again, just to talk about hotel motel tax for a second. We locked in at 125. I know some of the things that were asked for that we didn't agree to, we said we were gonna try and fund in some other places. Did you,
We've found money for it.
Brian was able to find some Parks and Rec stuff?
Oh yeah. So Brian is gonna help pay for the I think it was the baseball team that wanted to do things down at the Armory Field. And Hayden said he would support the rest of the money for the
soil
soil
conservation.
stuff. I think it was Boy Scouts who were gonna do that. And then the one that the Frostburg Summer Lunchbox program, we talked about finding other funds for it. And me and Amy talked about we have the funds for that too.
Solar on Earth.
Yeah,
Solar on Earth.
Yeah.
a quarter of everyone's electric bill, yeah.
They said there were a few.
So of all the ones that were in there, I think there was only one that didn't get any funding,
Right,
and that was because it was out of town.
because those outside city limits, yeah. All right, so moving then into item E, this is a pesticide, use of pesticide in parks, at the parks statement.
Correct. For the Sustainable Maryland recertification, we are working on a resolution that states we do not treat the fields with pesticides, the playing surface. However, the city does treat the fence lines with it. In some research, I've found in other areas, before we write this up, see what you want to do. Areas when they spray the fence line, post it on Facebook and put a sign up at the field.
So people are walking their dogs or something.
They're aware that that's going on. Is that something you would want put in this resolution? That we, like, how we do it and how it's gonna be stated that we spray and when we do it? You okay?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we do anything at the fields themselves to notify people? Like, do we stick little flags in the edges or?
Not that I'm aware of. I spoke to Brian on this, but I don't know. I think he maybe.
I think it might be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
They
That's
make
what,
them, I mean.
That's what I mean. Well, that's gonna be one way of letting them know that this was done, and
Yeah.
then we can put it out on Facebook.
Because people aren't like gonna be checking the website
I
before
think
they walk their
that's
dog.
even more important than
Yeah.
notifying online. If I'm taking my dog for a walk, I'm
Yeah.
gonna notice the little flag there with the
Right.
skull and crossbones on it.
Yeah.
So we'll do that along with, they are currently do not treat the playing surfaces, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But we was just wanted some,
Just like the warning track,
Guidance
the immediate
on-
fence line.
yes, which
Okay.
is how you just want to move on that. So you're good with that?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's fine. If we can look into, like we said.
It
some
may
sort
be,
of-
this may not be till June.
Now, where do we do it? Do we do it at all of the ball fields or? Okay,
Brian's explanation, yes.
okay.
And this is for the Sustainable Maryland application. It's something
Correct.
that I have on file as a statement that goes towards our points towards getting that certification.
Okay. Got it. All right, anything else on that?
No, I don't think so, unless you have questions about it.
I do not. All right, next is we're moving into discussion items then, so these are not necessarily things that will come up at council meeting next week. Item 6A, potential for an electric bike ordinance. Is this chief or you?
Everybody can talk about it. So, Commissioner Groves actually one that brought it to our attention. Cumberland recently passed an electric bike ordinance. We looked into our code about what we have as far as bikes and things go with electric bikes, and there's really nothing there. They are becoming kind of more of a problem. I know that council members have mentioned to me that they've had complaints from residents about kind of getting run off of sidewalks before. When I was at Beautify the Burg and was outside talking to Gene and them about some things, I saw a kid zip across Mechanic Street, not stop at all. He's lucky he didn't get hit by the car that was coming on an electric scooter. So we do need to put something in place for safety reasons, for just all sorts.
Do we already have it, like, is it in our ordinance that you're not supposed to ride bikes on the sidewalk?
I think it is.
I thought it
I
was
think
too.
I sort of remember discussing that.
What do we find?
I think, I would have to double check, but I think, state law, I think the traffic code says that you're not allowed to ride on the sidewalk unless the city passes an ordinance saying it's okay, I believe. So I think it's by default illegal by state law.
Unless
I'd
it's,
have to
I
double
think it's
check.
if it's adjacent to like a highway or something where you can have to get off of the highway, 'cause you're not supposed to drive the bike on the highway, that's illegal. But the other issue is, what do you do with scooters, like the little Razor scooters? Are they bikes, are they not?
Well, if I recall, the last time we talked about this was 6 months ago, maybe. Because we thought that the state was going to try and pass a law. The General Assembly was going to try and come up with something, and then they didn't do it in time for this session. We were going to wait until they were done.
They were gonna make, if it was over a certain CC, you're gonna have to have it registered. I think you have to actually get it certified, but that didn't pass, so.
All right.
So it's gonna
So
go up.
if you could look into that, Chief. So
Sure.
you say, right, we think, no, I'm not holding you to it on it, but we
Yes,
think
sir.
that right now it is illegal to ride bicycles of any kind on the sidewalk.
I think so, yes, and I will be glad to double check, of course.
All right.
And,
If that's the case, we need to start.
Sure,
And
yeah.
then there's
yeah,
also
Making sure
the
people
issue
know
of helmets when they're riding a certain, the fully electric ones can go
They're-
really fast.
they're
They should be,
pretty quick.
There are like 3 different versions of it, and if it's in one of, like, the third version is certain speed and things like that, you're supposed to be 16 or older for some of the ordinances that other cities have in order to ride it. Not necessarily have a license, but you need to be older, so that some of the younger kids aren't being able to do 45 down the road, so.
Okay. All right, yeah, if you could confirm what that ordinance says for us.
yeah.
Sure,
And then how we're gonna, because part of it too, I mean, even if we have the ordinance, it's kind of hard to enforce unless
yeah.
you see it.
I have seen a lot of the bikes around town as well, as many of you have. To my knowledge, the people I talk to that mention it in passing in the community, I try to encourage them to call us. So if they have been maybe almost run off the sidewalk, we have a really articulable, factual basis to not only address the sidewalk issue, but it's a little enhanced. But we haven't been able to get people to call us. So a lot of times it's kind of general, like days or months later. It would really help us if people would call and say, look, this person just went flying down. I'm out for a walk. They almost ran me off. Can you guys stop? And we can probably find them up the street. So big picture, there probably aren't so many that can't be kind of narrowed and identified if we get those kinds of calls. But big picture, policy-wise, I think it would be good to consider an ordinance, kind of like Cumberland has, just to sort of regulate it a bit more.
Okay.
And even if they are riding in the street, they shouldn't be going faster than the speed
Right, I
limit.
mean, the speed limit applies to them
Yeah.
too.
They should be stopping at
Yeah.
stop signs and all the
Yeah.
Yeah.
other things.
Okay. Anything else on that? All right. Continued discussion about Knox boxes.
Correct. You got that, Bert? So what we're looking at with Knox boxes moving forward is only for the new businesses, any major renovation or new construction of commercial buildings to have Knox boxes on. recommend everybody get them. It's ideal,
Who,
because you have
who,
them.
yeah, but who pays for them? Like,
It would be the building owner.
the building, okay.
Yeah, the building owner would pay for them. The county
Where do
would
you
come.
get them at?
You have to contact the county,
Oh, okay,
and they'll get them and come set them up.
okay.
And they are for residential also, but you
The
can.
county does it for residential.
They will, yes,
Okay.
If you want it.
if you want it.
How much are they?
I think businesses are about $600-800. Residential's about $300 to $400.
Part of it is the installation.
There's no wiring or anything that goes with them, right?
It's not the ones on the front of commercials, just to open.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The ones in the fire apparatus,
Yeah, they do, because they communicate to
Yeah,
know
they
when the
used
key's
to-
been released.
yes, and they are secure. Anytime they're open,
Yeah.
the 911 center has
A record of it.
documentation record that they've been opened, removed, and replaced. So most of the banks have them. So
All the schools have them.
All
All
the
public
schools
schools
have
have them.
yes, that was the last price I looked at. But they're like buying a car.
It's insane.
You can, you can get big ones that hold like
Yeah.
30 buildings, or you can get one that. So
Yeah, if you have an apartment complex, you have multiple keys or just one master key and be small.
yeah.
All right.
For,
Anything else on
for
that?
both the electric bike ordinance and the Knox boxes, because of the timing, and the election coming up and things like that, both of those will probably officially be kind of started,
Yeah.
with the new council. Any suggestions you have about any of that, please let us know.
Okay.
As we lead up to that.
Next is item C, staffing updates.
So just wanted to keep everybody aware of a couple things. We had an individual that was hired, for the trash truck who made it about 2 days. Because it was so quick and we had we'd done interviews and things like that, we actually just went to our next candidate instead of reopening it. That individual is going through the process now. We're hoping we'll be able to start Monday. So that was, able to be done. We had 2 people at the same time because we had some people leave. For those of you that know, our rental housing coordinator took another position. That closed this yesterday morning at 9 a.m.
Yes.
So we had 29 applicants. So we had
Oh,
a lot of
wow.
applicants for that. And people sending some resumes after it was closed. So, so me and John did some ratings of it, and we're going to bring, I think, the top 5 in for interviews. And hopefully do that next week if everything goes well. And hopefully that'll be replaced as well. And then, Chief, do you want to talk about Peyton?
Yes, I'd be glad to. So he's just about done his hiring process all as well. We were in email communication with the academy today. So I've been saying I thought the date was June. The academy starts in July. They have a seat for Peyton, so he'll be ready to go. We're
Good.
very excited about that.
That's a 6-month program?
Yes, sir.
Are we done
Yeah,
by the
6
end
to
of the year?
7. Yes, sir. Also, if I could mention, I took a very, very quick glance online, and it appears the Maryland legislature passed a law as of October 1st, 2025. So like 6 months ago, it was effective that by default, people are allowed to ride a bicycle on the sidewalk unless the city passes a law that says no. But until 6 months ago, it was the opposite.
I see.
And we probably want to look carefully at definitions of like bicycle, electric bike, those sorts of things.
Yeah,
Electric
scooter.
So
assist.
that's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the price of things
Yeah,
going up, that's going to be a new way of traveling.
Yeah.
Because I seen one look like a dirt bike at Sheet Stoplight the other day,
Mm-hmm.
but it was electric, no tags, no nothing. I'm like, whoa, whoa.
There's somebody in my neighborhood that has one of those little motorcycles that's about this big. He's about 6 foot tall. So
Oh, yeah.
Zips around.
And it's loud as
Yeah,
anything.
it looks fun, but
Right.
So we do need to do that. I'll get with you.
So he's
We'll
already
look
been
at that.
accepted to the academy and he's good to go?
Yes, yes, the academy director confirmed they have a seat. They're glad to accept him, and yes, we are good to go. He'll have some official paperwork to sign, but email was confirmed today. He's good to go.
Copy that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next is item D. This is the Buy Nothing, Give Freely event. Is this Commissioner Forsyth? Is this?
Yeah, we are good to go. Lydia can talk about that too. She's got a lot of people from the Allegheny,
Part of my Leadership Allegheny, our
Leadership
project, we decided to volunteer for this event.
so
and
how
then
many
we're gonna
volunteers do you have? You like 20,
Yeah, 25 people.
25?
So,
whole cohort?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So everyone's expected to do 2 shifts, and then we've organized a small community resource fair that'll happen in conjunction with the Saturday event over in Armstrong Garage with community organizations like HRDC, WIC, Humana.
So we'll start accepting items this Thursday, 4 to 7, and then also on Friday, and then and throughout the Saturday and up to part of the Sunday. Do we do part of the Sunday or no?
Noon on Sunday.
Till noon on Sunday. Yeah. So Saturday and Sunday is when the actual event is held.
Got it. So there's nothing in City Place right now? No donations or anything have been accepted?
No,
Okay.
we'll start setting up
Thursday.
Thursday afternoon and
Got
then accept them starting at 4 o'clock.
Got it.
Yep. Hopefully we got it down as far as the flow goes.
There wasn't very much left last year, was there?
No, and we found homes for almost everything. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, no, that's great, and it was a great idea, whoever came up with it, how many years ago, to do it before Bulk Trash Day.
That was part of the whole idea,
Yep.
to keep stuff out of the landfill.
Right. Speaking of which, Commissioner Ritchie, you're up. You're next.
Yep, so we have the bulk trash pickup coming up on May 19th, 20th, and 21st. We're not gonna take refrigerators, air conditioners, tires, any paint that, the lids haven't been taken off, it's been dried out. And, everybody needs to know that basically, what we're looking for is just, when you put your stuff out, don't put anything out there more than what would fit in the back of a pickup truck. And that's about what we're looking for, so.
And I think last year we talked after the fact about a lot of folks in town like to go around and kind of treasure hunt, which is fine, and we're totally cool with that, but you need to be respectful of other people's property too.
Yes.
And if you're looking through other people's stuff that's in a nice neat pile ready to be picked up, don't spread it all over the yard.
Don't be a trash panda.
Right. Leave it the way you found it.
I mean, it's not terrible. People come around and, they'll take metal and stuff
Sure.
like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
recycle.
for scrap.
Yeah, and we certainly want to encourage that, to keep things out of the landfill, but just to
Right.
be respectful of people's homes and property too.
Yeah. Get your stuff out the night before
Yeah.
your trash pickup, so.
All right, anything else on that? All right, The Scoop.
The Scoop is happening. So we are doing this on Thursday, June 4th. Thursday, yeah. So we encourage everybody to come out. We'll do some updates about some of the projects we've been doing, some upcoming projects, updates from the staff about those types of things. Freeze will be giving out ice cream.
You buried the lead there.
Huh?
You buried the lead.
Ice cream.
You can also get ice cream. So we'll start off with the ice cream to make everything feel better. So doors open at 6. We'll do ice cream. Everybody can sit down, and then we'll start talking around 6:30 or so. That'll be at City Place, like we did last year. We encourage everybody to come out. It'll be a good time.
This will be the third year, and we've had great attendance the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we filled the room yesterday,
Yeah.
last year. Yeah.
Actually,
And
it might be
people
the
really
fourth year. It might be the
appreciate,
fourth year we've done
I
it.
think it's the third.
Third, yeah.
Yeah.
People really appreciate, being filled in
Oh,
on
yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Actually, when Bethany was still here, she submitted this to MML as like our community engagement activity to try and win an award. We didn't get it, but I think we should have because it's a great event. All right, since The Scoop, let's see what else. There's only a couple things left. Frostburg 250.
I didn't really come prepared to say too much, but we've had a couple events so far.
How did the thing up at the rifle range go?
It went really well. Yeah. Even,
Nobody got shot?
Officer Beeman was one of our finalists, so he placed in one of the categories. I guess our next event is Museum Week. We'll be doing, they're going to have a speaker over at the museum one of the evenings and then do guided coal miner memorial tours. We're working on the dates for that right now. And then the fall, so for June, then we're looking at the Flag Day community picnic that'll be put on in conjunction with the Legion over at Hoffman Park, and that it doesn't say the time, but it'll start at 1 o'clock. So still working out the details with that. Someone had said about a big flag.
Yes, so I had that here written down. A couple folks in town have asked me, and I thought that the 250 committee would be the place to bring it up. Many years ago, I mean, folks, if you've been around, they used to have, and I think the Legion owned it and maintained it, they used to have a really nice big flag that they would bring out like on holiday weekends or special events, whatever, down at Eckerd Flag in front of Mountain Ridge, and they would replace the flag that's there with a bigger one. And they haven't seen it in a long time. So I was
Like
wondering,
a used car lot, kind of
yeah, like
big, that big?
yeah, like a big one that they would put out like for Memorial Day weekend or that kind of thing. But I haven't seen it in a long time. So the last time I talked to someone from the Legion, I think they said that it was just tattered and it was not in good enough shape. And I don't know if they can't afford to buy another one or they've decided not to. But I thought maybe if you could have the committee or you reach out to the Legion first to see if what I'm saying is correct, and if they would maybe be okay with, if they maybe would want to like replace that or do it again.
Yeah, I was over at the Legion on Monday. I talked to John Martin.
Yeah.
And I had heard about that, so I mentioned it to him, and he was going to see if they still had it.
Okay.
One of the things of why they stopped putting it up was everyone is aging in their group, and they don't have the capacity to actually physically put it up. It's
Okay.
really heavy and
Probably
big.
get the street department.
Oh yeah. So if it's just a
Yeah.
manpower issue, we can get it up.
So
sure.
I think that that's the case. If not, that's certainly something that if you guys would like to see that the
Yeah.
250 committee can purchase for future use, I think it would just need to be, we would need to put it up for
Yeah.
them.
We
And when
could-
they use I think
so-
they call it the party flag.
The party. So check and see. My understanding was that the flag itself was just tattered and not good enough to be put. But if they have it and they just can't get it up, yeah, we'll send it. Or, I mean, we'll go help. We're
Right.
glad to go get it up.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's just
Betsy
manpower
Ross
issue.
can repair it.
Yeah.
Yes, certainly. I'll let you know on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure raising it up, it takes a few people to hold on.
Oh, I'm sure it's
I think
extremely
he said
heavy.
folded, it's like this big.
And by the time you get it out on the pole, the wind starts to grab it and it's yanking. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's a bear to handle.
Yeah.
Brian Vogt can do it.
Yeah, he's got those big arms.
Well, then I will, if they do have it, I'll offer up our staff
Yeah.
to put that up. Is there a specific date? Like, would you like to see it for 4th of July, Memorial Day? all
Probably
of them?
at least Memorial Day weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we can put it back up for the July 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what they think. I mean, if they want to leave it up all summer
Mhm.
and if they don't think it'll get damaged, that'd be great.
Okay. I know he did say it was, I think, like $1,500. But, you know, that's something that we have in the budget still at this
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
And then the last thing, I have we got 250 commemorative lapel pins.
Oh.
So we'll be giving those out, and take one, pass it down, at the rest of the 250 events that we'll have this year. But I wanted to give you guys a starter, and I did give
Thanks.
one to the city hall staff as well.
Very nice.
Offering Maryland.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that. Good. Thank you. All right. So then the next thing is more of an announcement than anything else. This is item 6H. Good job, Chief.
Thank you, Mayor. Honored.
So I was meeting with a friend at Clatter, who was coming from downstate. He lives up here now, but he still does a lot of work downstate. He said, "Did you know Frostburg has been considered the safest city in Maryland?" I said, "No, tell me more." And he showed me this site, so I forwarded it to Patrick and Frostburg first.
Yeah.
And last year, they put a list out every year. Last year, we were number 2 under Ocean Pines.
Okay.
So we officially made number 1.
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So
about that.
thank you to SafeWise for recognizing the work that our staff does. Thank you to Chief Costello and everybody for
Yeah,
the work that you do. And I didn't need a survey to tell me that, but I'm glad that there is one.
they have like a bunch of information on the site too about like how they rate stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it's legit. It's not like vote for the safest city.
Sure.
Good, good.
All right. I have one quick question, and it's for Patrick. So we had talked before about there's something coming up where we're going to recognize the green team. Is that coming up this month, or is that in June? Or?
We're pushing it back to June so we can get some other things together to
Okay.
go along with it.
Okay.
So that will be June, and then the pesticide one may be in June as well. So the
Okay.
main thing for this upcoming meeting will be the pantry lease and probably the ordinances.
Got it. Okay. Commissioner Carter, anything else? No. Commissioner Forsythe?
I'm good.
Commissioner Ritchie?
No.
Anything else from staff? Okay. Time is 4:59 and meeting's adjourned.
John, do we need to meet again soon